As the years go by, there's more and more demand for organ donors. In 1993, there were about 7,000 donors and 23,000 people on the waiting list in the US. Fast forward to 2019, it became around 16,000 donors with 110,000 on the waiting list. The waiting list saw a staggering 495% increase, while the donors only increased by 120%. Main reasons are, first of all, the global population as a whole is getting older, and as a result of which, more people experience health issues. Second reason is that medical technology is advancing, so that against more health issues, organ transplant will be an option. All in all, the problem is clear. There is a big organ shortage. So, in order to battle that, could we use cloning technology on humans in order to clone them and obtain organs used for organ transplantation? First of all, for the sake of the video, we assume that the use of cloning techniques on humans is legalized somehow. Now, with the boring politicians out of the way, it is time to save the world. There are two possible cloning techniques which I will discuss. Reproductive cloning, where we get a whole organism, and therapeutic cloning, where we obtain stem cells and grow them into organs. Let's start with reproductive cloning. The goal of reproductive cloning is to make a genetic identical copy of an organism. In order to achieve this, SCNT is used, which stands for somatic cell nuclear transfer. A somatic cell is simply any cell except the sex cells. The first step is to obtain an infertile egg cell from a donor and also a somatic cell from a person with ideal organs to transfer. Most of the time, a hair cell is used. In the next step, we use microsurgical tools in order to remove the nucleus from the egg cell so that it doesn't have its genetic material anymore. With the same tools, we remove the nucleus of the somatic cell and place it in the egg cell. In the egg cell, the nucleus of the somatic cell gets reprogrammed to an embryonic state so that it can develop into a whole organism. Through the help of an electric shock, the reconstructed egg cell starts to divide and develop into an embryo. Then we just patiently wait until it becomes a blastocyst. It is here that the steps of reproductive and therapeutic starts to differ. After a blastocyst is formed, it gets placed in the uterus of a surrogate mother, and if everything is done successfully, a new organism will be born. After it is born, it gets placed into a tube. Imagine something like Mewtwo in the Pokemon movie. Furthermore, in order to make it a bit more humane for the clone and to avoid a Mewtwo situation, scientists will mess up the brain development so that the clone is brain dead and does not know what is going on. When the time comes, there will be a fresh set of organs. Moving on to therapeutic cloning, the goal here is to obtain stem cells and then differentiate them into the organ needed. The same process as reproductive cloning is used in order to get a blastocyst. In this blastocyst, there are pluripotent stem cells, cells that can develop into every other cell. So we carefully extract these cells from the blastocyst and then differentiate them into the organ we need. Having established this, let's look at the pros and cons. To start on a positive note, ethically seen, lives will be saved with the organs of the clones, and it will also kill the illegal market of organs. Short list. Let's look at the cons. First off, the whole ordeal is ethically dubious. We're talking about nurturing human beings only to kill them off for the organs or stem cells. Let's see what the population thinks of this. Secondly, allowing such sort of cloning human stuff would blur the line between legal and illegal. Next thing you know, countries are developing super soldier clones in secret. Thirdly, the successful rate of healthy clones are really low, and better alternatives are getting developed. And lastly, in order to do this on a grand scale, it would be really resource heavy, and given the Earth's current condition, there's no way that it would be possible. All in all, objected. This is not realistically possible.